As we get set for the second half, it's 1-0. Vikings with the lead on the goal by Hebe. Looks like Valley will start with about the same 11 that started the match. Kenworthy coming back out. Also, let's see. We see most of the same group coming out. So
I would expect it would be the same.
Yep.
Probably for both sides.
Did a few substitutions, but the Vikings have that lead 1-0 as we get set for half number 2. The Pioneers in the dark blue with the red trunks, the red shorts, and the Vikings in their all white, trimmed in purple and orange. Sanchez goes back in goal. Otto in goal for the Pioneers. And let's see if the Vikings can hang on to this 1-0 lead or increase that lead. As we get set for the second half, we'll turn things over to James O'Sullivan.
The Pioneers start out with it, and they'll play it back to the defensive core. And I'll put up towards midfield, but that gets taken away there by the Vikings. Kerr had a chance at it, but swung and missed, and now the Pioneers take that one right back. And they have it on that far sideline. Coming back over to this near side. Coming down the line, they find Paff. Makes a little bit of move. She goes in towards the box. Another nice move getting towards the middle of the field. That gets cleared away there by the Vikings. As Paff made a nice couple moves there from down the sideline in towards the middle of the box before it got knocked away. Pioneers throw deep in their own end. That throw goes down towards the end line. Nobody touched it, so it will be a goal kick there for the Vikings. As Sanchez will take that one just on the way in the second half. 1-0 Vikings on that first half goal by Hebe. The foul was called there on that kick, so the Vikings will take another free kick. Send this one up towards Garcia. That gets taken away. Now Clamers puts it in towards Garcia. She gives her chase down that towards that end line. That's going to go too far. Be a goal kick now for the Pioneers and Otto. That's all it takes. It gets headed away. Vikings will get control of it, but they'll turn it right back over to the Pioneers. They control it, go down that sideline, gets it past Hebe, but a nice recovery there by Kelsey Hebe, and she'll knock it out of play. Another throw in for the Pioneers. Try to send it down. Plowman will give chase, and just going to let that one keep rolling so the Vikings will get another goal kick. As Sanchez will take this one. Ball for the left foot up towards midfield, headed around a few times before it gets settled down by the Pioneers, and now Garcia for the Vikings. She'll flip it ahead. Vikings giving a chase, but the Pioneers come running out. Still loose. Vikings have it with Kerr. They try to find Kenworthy as Pioneer or Otto falls on it inside the box. Thought that was a Pioneer defender as both the dark jerseys, but Otto's in the black, Pioneers are in blue. And that punt out by Otto goes right to the Vikings, and they'll play it back to the defense. Now they'll switch the sides of the field.
I'll leave a note. I need a camera for Albert. Leave a note on top of the camera. And when the camera gets taken, note set to the side. My cameras.
The Vikings head on that far side. Foul call. Pioneer have a free kick at midfield.
He's actually working. He got it for Delmico. I'm not sure what Delmico's doing.
So Albert doesn't have a camera.
Well, he will. His catch screen there's back.
Pioneers have it. They'll play it back, trying to switch fields. They'll stay it on this near side. Going down that sideline. Great defense there by the Vikings. That ball gets crossed in towards the middle and goes too far. That one gets played out. Vikings have it, but Pioneers will take that one right back. Gets headed around. Vikings will have that one as they get it up to Garcia at midfield. They find Kenworthy with it. She's surrounded by 3 Pioneers. She gets it off to Garcia. They'll play it back to Clammers, and now they'll switch the sides up towards Kerr. She gets it knocked away, and they'll have it down towards Garcia on that far sideline. Flips it down towards the corner. Garcia gets chased, but that one's going to go out of play. Be another Pioneer goal kick. Just under 40 minutes remains. We're 5 minutes into this second half. Still 1-0 for the Vikings. That goes out. Vikings take that one away. And now it looks like they're going to get a free kick out of this one, about 30 yards out. This actually plays this more like 35 yards out. And Garcia will be over it and look to clear this one in towards the box. Garcia sending it in towards that far corner. Tries to get it headed down, but that one's going to go out of play. As Aldo will take this kick. Sends it out. That one gets headed back. Vikings take that one. They have it on that far side of the field. That gets knocked away. Back towards the Vikings defense, but they'll have that one and be able to clear it out. Be a Pioneer throw-in. It's thrown in up towards the middle of the field. That gets headed out. As the Pioneers will have it, they'll try to come to this near side. That gets taken away by Kenworthy. She tries to find Garcia up. That gets taken away by the Pioneers. And now and Garcia is down. The clock is stopped.
Keep in touch. You still got the same cell phone? Okay. Keep in touch. I will.
The clock is stopped at 37:53 as Garcia went down.
Like you're in the one camera for the rest of the night. That's okay.
Well, 2 for the men.
Who's coming in?
They drop that one towards the foot of Kenworthy, but she just knocks it in for Otto.
Oh.
Someone else.
That gets punted out towards midfield, head on. Pioneers have, they flip it in towards the Vikings. But Plowman takes it and sends it back towards Sanchez. And now back to Plowman on this near sideline. Couple nice moves and finds Pizzini. That gets taken away there by the Pioneers, and now it's Schmidt. She knocks it in. Schmidt gets it right back. And she'll go down. And it looks like Plowman could get. And Plowman does get a yellow card here. She took down Schmidt. So it'll be a free kick for the Pioneers about 35 yards out. Mikhailikoff is over this one to take this free kick. Sanchez was setting up that two-person wall. Mikhailikoff sends that in, gets headed away by the Vikings. But the Pioneers will stay with it. On that far side, put in towards the box to get out, gets headed away again by the Vikings. But right back to Mid-America, that now gets taken away by Valley. And now they have it on that far sideline. They'll send it up, trying to find Garcia. But it gives it a little bit too far. Now they'll send it back to Otto to clear it out. Be a Viking throw in. .36.5 minutes remaining in this second half. 1-0 still for the Vikings on that Kelsey Heave goal in the first half. So it looks like the Vikings lifted their foot on that throw-in, so the Pioneers would be able to do the throw-in on that far sideline. Vikings take this one away. Garcia tries to find Kenworthy, but unable to do so. Now it goes off the foot. Pioneer throwing on now on this near side, near their own bench. They'll throw that in, gets headed around. Now the Pioneers will take that one. They send it up and find Mikhailikoff. They'll have it at midfield. Send it back towards this near sideline, trying to find Schmidt. That gets taken away, and now it's Kenworthy. Tries to find Garcia. That gets taken away. Kenworthy did a nice job to fight and get that one back. And Vikings is playing around with it near midfield. And now they find Pizzini. Clears it up, trying to find Kerr. That gets headed away by the Pioneers. Now the Vikings have it at midfield. They'll play it back, trying to switch fields. They're going to that far sideline. Here's Garcia. Tries to flip it in towards Kenworthy. That gets knocked away. Pioneers take that one. And now Garcia will call for a foul. She was tripped up. They'll listen Marquis on that one. They find Schmidt, and Schmidt actually knocks it out of play. Be a Viking throw in front of the Pioneers bench. Vikings throw it in, send it back towards their defense. They'll switch the sides, going to that far sideline. They play it off to Kerr. Tries to find somebody. They'll put it in towards the middle, trying to find Pizzini. That gets knocked away. And the Pioneers will take that one back. Trying to find Poff on this far sideline. That gets knocked away there by Heeb. And brought up, but Schmidt will steal that one. Going on that far sideline, Pioneers still have it, and then towards the corner. They'll cross it in towards the middle. Kolikoff is there, but that gets knocked out of play. Corner kick now for the Pioneers on that far side. .33.5 minutes remaining. This corner kick extended towards the box. Punched away there by Sanchez, and now Garcia clears it out. He's the only one there, flips it around, gives chase. That she gets knocked off the ball. But great hustle by Kenworthy to stay with there before Pioneers will clear it out. And now they have Vikings have it back on their own D with Heave on this near side. Still trying to find it. Kolikoff almost stole that one. Vikings still have it. And they have Heave in front of their own bench, trying to switch the fields. As Vikings go down, it'll be a Viking free kick now. As Clamors takes that free kick, send it towards Pioneers bench. That one gets knocked away. And the Pioneers knock it towards the Vikings. They take it away. Pizzini now with it. They get back to Panuna on that defensive unit, trying to switch the fields, and then now in the middle, they go towards that far side. Knocked away there by the Pioneers. They could bring it over towards this near sideline, towards path. A little bit of footwork trying to get around Hebe. She knocks it forward, out of play. Viking throwing. Vikings throw this one in towards midfield, knocked out of play. Another Viking throwing at midfield. 31.5 minutes remaining. Vikings have a throw in at midfield, up 1-0 in this second half. That gets headed around. Garcia tries to settle it down. Pioneers take that one away, and they'll clear it out. Another throw in for the Vikings at midfield. Clamors will do this one. Send it in, headed away there by the Pioneers, but Pizzini will have this one. They switch the sides, going all the way across the field. A little bit of space, they send it down. Get it back, flips it in towards the middle. Pioneers take that one away. And now send it in. Vikings take this one at midfield. Send it back to Clamors. As the Vikings take this one, the Pioneers rather have this one at midfield. Bring it over towards this near side. Hebe takes that one away. Get up to Kenworthy. Find Pizzini. Tries to get up to Kerr. Taken away there by the Pioneers. Garcia takes down one of the Pioneers from behind. It'll be a Pioneer free kick. Pioneers put this one in. Settle down. Clamors tries to take it. She gets tripped by Mikhailikoff, and it looks like Mikhailikoff is going to get booked for a yellow card on that trip. Try to slide forward and get ball. Got nothing except for Clamors' ankle. Less than 30 minutes remaining. Here in this second half, 1-0 still for the Vikings. Try to send that one forward. Referee was not ready, so they'll have to do that one again. That free kick is taken. Garcia has it on this near side. They put it towards the middle. Pizzini switches sides of the field. Flips it down towards Kerr in that corner. She gets taken down. And the Vikings will have a free kick on that far sideline.
I was reading about that thing with Kelly and who was kicking the Dodgers last night.
Garcia is one of the Vikings over on that far side. Looks like she's going to take it. Did you hear about that? That one gets sent in towards the box, head on, but gets knocked away. Pioneers will take that one.
Said he always stands out when they do the anthem. They stand outside the dugout. He always stands.
Hebe has this one, sends it down towards Pizzini. Kenworthy was giving chase down that sideline, and that finder, they go in towards the middle towards Martine. Kenworthy take a shot. That goes, looks like it was going to go wide. Otto grabs it. As Otto's going to punt this one out. That gets headed back. Mikhailikoff has it near midfield. They find Schmidt now on this near sideline. Tries to send it up towards Path. Or Sanchez rather comes off her line and will take that one. Sanchez punts that one away, headed back. Pioneers will take this one at their D. Knocked away towards this near sideline. Vikings give chase. Pioneers will still have it towards Path. Gets hit around. Now settled down by the Vikings near midfield. But Path takes that one away. Nice job there by Clamens to take that one away from Path. And now they find he puts it up towards the box of the Pioneers. Garcia goes down, but he looks like he's going to get called for the foul. And Garcia's a little bit slower on getting up. We'll say it was a 50-50 ball that Garcia and the Pioneer defender go down. Garcia gets called for the foul. And Pioneers will have a free kick. 27 minutes remaining in this second half. Still 1-0 for the Vikings. That gets put up, headed around. And the Vikings will have a free kick. And Madison Dean looks like he's going to kick back in at the next opportunity for the Vikings. Clamors will send that one in. Knocked away there by the Pioneers, but now Kenworthy with it. Makes a little move, trying to find Kerr on that far sideline. Too far out of her reach. Pioneers able to clear that one away. They send it back towards the D and now clear it out towards midfield. That gets knocked down, knocked away. Viking throwing on that far sideline. And now Madison Dean will come checking in. As Kenworthy will come off, and it looks like LaFuente will move from her defensive spot up towards the forward, and Kerr will come towards from that far side towards his near side. As Dean will come in for defensive purposes and takes Kenworthy out. As the Vikings put that one in, Pioneers take this one away. As Clamors comes racing in from midfield, takes that one. And now Path has this one on this near side. Goes down and towards the corner, trying to cross this one in towards the box. But Plowman comes back and cuts Path off, and that one goes out of play. Now Fitzgerald will check in for the Pioneers. As it looks like McCullough is going to come out.
It's just like, to me, just like the football game today, when the kid gets the big, what was it, the big sack, and he got up when he took over.
Sanchez will take this one. Pioneers have it. Vikings take this one away. They up towards midfield with Pizzini. Finds Garcia. Gets taken down, and Garcia will draw the free kick for the Vikings. 24 minutes remaining now in this second half. They play this one short toward Garcia and now find Martin. Almost gets that taken away, battles back to keep it. Now the Vikings have it again. They find Garcia. They put it over towards that far side to LaFuente. Trying to find a little bit of room. Cuts it towards the middle. Finds Kerr, who will play it back, but miscommunication. Pioneers take this one away, and they send it up towards Marquis. And now Path with it. But taken away there by Heeb. Send it down towards the corner for Garcia, but that gets taken away there by the Pioneers. And they'll put it in towards the middle of the field. And now they go over that far sideline. on that far sideline. Battles for it. Vikings will look like they're trying to knock out a play. It stays in. Pioneers still have it. Now the Vikings take that away, put it towards D, and they'll send it up too far for Garcia. Pioneers will run this one down, put it back towards Otto, so she can clear this one out. And that will go out of play. Viking throw in. Vikings will throw this one in with Dean on that far side, put it in towards the middle. Vikings still have it on that far sideline. Gets not out of play, another Viking throw in. About 22 minutes remaining now, still 1-0 for the Vikings. As Heaps' first half goal is holding up so far. That throw gets headed on towards the middle of the box, knocked away there by the Pioneers. Sent out, and now the Vikings will stay with it with Clammers now. Tries to play around with it. She still has it on her foot, plays it off. And now they'll flip it up, but the Pioneers take that one away. And the Pioneers will send it on that far sideline. Vikings take this one away. And that goes out of play. Pioneer throwing down that far sideline.
See, I've got my theory on this too. 30-minute half, 1 10-minute overtime, and then you have a shootout.
Pioneers throw this one in. Off one of their bodies, out of play. Viking throwing now.
The clock doesn't stop.
That gets thrown in towards the corner for Garcia. She goes down again. Pioneers take this one away. Try to clear it out, blocked by the Vikings. Goes off the Pioneer, another Viking throw in. Under 21 minutes remaining now. Steen throws it in towards the middle of the box. They try to send that one in, but that one goes high and wide. As the Pioneer men's team is warming up behind their goal, getting ready for their match after this one. And the Vikings men's team just came out of the locker room. And they're standing around. They'll probably get warming up in a few minutes as long as this score stays the same. Clammers will throw this one in for the Vikings. That gets knocked away. And the Pioneers will clear it out. Paff tries to find it. Pizzini and Clammers take that one away. And now Pizzini with it again. Send over to that far side of La Fuente. She has it in the middle of the field, down towards that corner, trying to find Dean. That gets taken away. And the Pioneers will clear this one out. That gets taken away there by Martin on that far side. And now they have La Fuente with it. And now Marquis has it there for the Pioneers at midfield. They send it over towards Schmidt, trying to go a little bit give and go. Taken away there by Clammers. She finds Garcia. That gets taken away quickly. And the Pioneers will play it back towards Otto. And they clear it out, but the Vikings clear that one deep in towards the bleachers. Be a Pioneer throw-in. And Colleen Husband will be checking back in at the next opportunity for the Vikings. Saw her a little bit in the first half. Pioneers have it at midfield. Make a little bit of a move. Looks like they're going to try to find Paff. She tries to send it in, taken away there by the Vikings. Pioneers send this one right back in. And now Schmidt has it. Find Paff. Schmidt goes down towards the corner with it. Sends it in towards the box, towards Marquis. Gets knocked away there by the Vikings. La Fuente has that stolen from her on that far sideline. She gets pushed down, and Vikings will get a free kick out of it. 18 minutes remaining in this second half. Still 1-0 for the Vikings. As Martine will check out, and Hussman comes in. Vikings take this free kick on that far sideline. Gets knocked away. Pioneer throw-in now. It's headed away. Vikings have it on that far sideline. Pioneers take it away. Try to keep it in. Unable to do so. Viking throwing near midfield.
James, I was just checking my emails here, and it says that the Viking women in volleyball knocked off Peru today 3-2 and then defeated AIB out of Des Moines. But that 3-2 win over Peru is huge in the conference standings for Valley, and that'll put them up. They're really fighting to get in the top four to get a home berth in the first round of the playoffs, and that win today was huge for them.
It is. Now I believe they are 24-2 on the season.
Yeah, fantastic.
And we've got a couple more of those. I believe we might have 3 of those games coming up on live stream in the next few weeks.
Yeah, we have several, and they'll be big. So 23-2 now, and 4-1 in the league. They have 2 road matches next week. Travel to Graceland Tuesday, Benedictine on Thursday, and then the week after that we'll have several other matches on. So big match today for the women's soccer players.
As actually all fall sports for the Vikings are going well.
Yeah, everybody doing well, both soccer teams.
Vikings trying to get it down there. Kerr giving chase. The Otto knocks this one away. And now Vikings have it on that far sideline. Try to send it in. That gets knocked away. Pioneers will have it. They try to go on that far side. That gets taken away there by the Vikings on Madison Dean, but she gets it knocked off her foot. And the Pioneers will have a throw in. 16 minutes remaining now. That gets thrown in. Marquis with it for the Pioneers. She gets it stolen. Vikings now with it. Garcia tries to find Kerr. Going chase towards that box. Otto comes well off her line. Sliding out, makes the stop. As Otto will punt this one away. But right towards the Vikings, and now Kerr finds Pizzini, gives it off to Garcia. A little bit of give and go there. Pizzini with it. Trying to find, they'll just go back to the defense to get some room. And now switch the sides of the field. But the Pioneers take that one away. And send it up towards Marquis. Headed on towards pass, but knocked away there by the Vikings. And now Husband with it. Gives it off to Porcini and now to Garcia. She tries to clear it in. Taken away there from Olsen. Finds Marquis. That gets taken away, but the Pioneers will unable to stay with it. As Clamors has done a nice job defensively. And now Schmidt with it for the Pioneers. Heeb overruns it down and towards that corner. Now in towards the box. Path with it. That gets knocked away. Be a Pioneer throw in deep in Vikings territory. As Farr and Harris will check in for the Pioneers.
You know, there's a benefit to the back-to-backs. But I mean, it's just you have one setup in terms of all this. You're setting up once. You know you're going to be there for 4 hours anyway, so who cares? But those extra.
That gets thrown in. Pioneers had it there for a second, but Garcia takes it away. Now Pizzini. That gets knocked off her foot. And now center on that far sideline. Pioneers have with a little bit of space. Put up towards the box, headed away there by the Vikings. And now it gets headed away by a handball in there. Looks like that might have went off the hand of Hussman. As the Pioneers will have a free kick about 28 yards out. as Irani Sanchez is putting up where she wants her wall to go. There's about a 5-person wall. 10 yards away from this one. Pioneers will take this one in, but right off the wall. Nice job there by the Viking wall to stay with it. That gets sent in now, but well wide. 13 minutes now remaining. And McAuliffe will come back in for the Pioneers. Still 1-0 Vikings. 13 minutes remaining now in this second half. As Kelsey Heaves' goal midway through that half is held up so far. As Sanchez puts this one up, head away, but Pioneers take that one. But now Clamors with it, and they'll send it over to La Fuente on that far sideline. Deeper over towards that far sideline. That gets knocked out of play. Viking throw in. Vikings throw it in, gets knocked out of play. Another throw in, just a little bit farther downfield this time.
I'll get her in here between games instead of stand on that. She done?
You're not working next game already, huh?
Who's what, Will and who?
12 minutes remaining. Still 1-0. Vikings throw this one in. Flipped up in the air. And now Pioneers will take this one away. They send it up, trying to find Marquis. That goes behind her. Vikings take this one away. Vikings have it now near midfield. Pizzini with it. They'll send it all the way back to Sanchez to buy a little bit of time. Sanchez will clear it out. It will go out of play at the Viking bench. Pioneer throwing now. As Anna Suarez is up and at the midfield stripe ready to come in for the Vikings. That throw gets headed on, taken away there by the Vikings, and clear it out again towards midfield. Still in play right below us here. And now Kerr and the Vikings take this one away. They find Garcia in the middle of the field. Kerr goes down, no call. And the Pioneers take this one away. And they'll clear it up. That gets taken away there by Kelsey Heeb. The lone goal scorer tonight for either side. Garcia flips it up, but that will be able to take it away there by the Pioneers. And they'll put it over towards that far side. And now they'll send it up. Knock it back. It looks like it'll be a Pioneer throw. 10.5 minutes remaining now. As Sarah Schmidt checks back in for the Pioneers, and Anna Suarez comes in for the Vikings. Marquis comes out for the Pioneers. And it looks like Pizzini will check out for the Vikings. Under 10 minutes remaining now in this one. Pioneers have it. They'll try to bring it over to this far side. That gets taken away, but Pioneers take this one right back and stand in towards the corner. That gets knocked in more, and Pioneers will have it thrown. That gets knocked out there by Plowman. Pioneers will throw this one in. That gets knocked out of play. Now it would be a Viking throw. As now the Vikings will throw this one in. About 9 minutes now remaining. As Suarez gave chase with it, but Pioneers did a nice job, and Schmidt hauled her off, and now they'll play it back to Otto. And she'll clear it up. As now Suarez goes down, no call. Pioneers will stay with it. And they find Schmidt. I'm trying to find Farrell on that. Going down the sideline, get knocked away. Schmidt takes this one right back. They're trying to get a little bit of give and go. Now the Vikings clear it away. And Suarez has it in midfield. She goes down again. This one is called a foul. Vikings will have a free kick near midfield with 8.5 minutes remaining. This clock is stopped. Sorors is slow to get up.
Boy, 8.5 minutes to go. Vikings hanging on to this 1-goal lead. If they could somehow come up with another goal. Plowman goes over to check on her, so does he. But as Anna Soares is up. And hope she's going to be all right here. We're down to the 8:27 mark. Valley up 1-0 in a huge game here in the conference.
There's Marquis and Pap, two Pioneers that just checked out, are back ready to check in, trying to get a last effort when they can come in. But unable to do so right now as Otto will have it back in towards their own box. Then everybody gets chased back towards midfield to get ahead on this one. Gets pointed out towards midfield and near sideline, headed away. Vikings have it though. Pioneers take it away, goes towards that far side. Over towards that end line. It stays in. Nicely done there by the Pioneers to keep that one in play. But send it out. Pioneers will get a throw, and now Paff and Marquis will check back in to try and get that tying goal with less than 8 minutes remaining now. As it looks like Hamilton, a defender, is one of them to check out.
This Mid-America team very good offensively. 55 goals. Have only gone up 11. And 40 assists. They've only given up 7. So they're not used to being down 1-0 very often.
Now that gets sent in. He will clear this one out. Pioneers stay with it with Schmidt. Sends it in from far away, but that's going to go 3-hopper right to Sanchez, and she'll knock it down and wait until a Pioneer comes, wasting a little bit of time there before she picked it up. Smart move there by Sanchez.
Yeah, and when it came in, she didn't grab it. She just kind of bumped it with the body, kept it alive. 6:58 to go.
And now she'll put out past midfield, headed away, still in the air. And Clamors tries for it. Marquis bails it down, and now Schmidt takes that one away. Trying to find Paff near that box and end line. Paff gets chased, and it looks like she'll get a call for a foul inside the Viking box. So they'll get a free kick to send this one out.
I mentioned they scored 55 goals. The Vikings have only scored 30 goals, including that goal today. So quite a bit of difference in the offense. But let's see if Sanchez can hang on for another 6:24. Vikings are going to bring Kidd into the game with the next opportunity, as well as Serena Owens.
It'll be the first time we see Owens tonight.
Yeah, Serena, young lady out of Mascot Major, out of the state of Colorado. So Serena's going to get a little action tonight, as is Kidd.
A little bit interesting to see bring in two forwards this late in the contest when you're going to try to play D. But it looks like Riley Kerr checks out. And also Panuna.
Yeah, Panuna checks out. So
Clamors throws this one in, headed down. But that won't go out to play another throw in for the Vikings, and Clamors will have it at midfield. 5.5 minutes now remaining. Still 1-0 for the Vikings.
Can you hang on for 5.5 minutes?
Well, can they hang on for 5.5 minutes? We'll still be here for that men's game.
Good match. Hey, we've even got Chaz Matty working the camera now. Last time he worked camera was at home plate at Busch Stadium in the playoffs, and he's here doing the soccer tonight.
He's done a couple of those playoff games already.
Matty is our television production instructor, and on the side works Mizzou games and also worked for TNT last week in St. Louis at Busch Stadium.
Now Vikings have it in that corner on that far sideline, set in towards the box.
Come on.
But Pioneers will clear this one away. Clamors gives chase. She'll get to it first. Try to send it in. Pioneers and McKay off. Take it away, but Clamors takes it right back. From far out, takes a shot. That gets deflected out, it looked like.
Had Owens coming in on the left side.
So that will be a corner kick for the Vikings with 4.5 minutes now remaining.
Serena coming in from the left side, and that was deflected. You're right, but it is going to be a corner kick. And down to 4.5 minutes to go. 1-0, Vax.
As Misty Olson will try to check in for the Pioneers if there's a chance. Vikings play this one short. Garcia has it. Tries to send it up towards Clamors. That gets taken away there by Marquis. And now the Pioneers take it away. Schmidt with it, and they'll find Pap on this near side with some speed. He makes a little bit of move, but that kid's going to get knocked away there by Plowman on that defensive side. And now Missy Olsen will check back in. And McCullough will come out once again.
Again, coming into this match, the Pioneers 2-0-2 in conference. Missouri Valley 2-1-1.
Schmidt throws that one in long, head away. Pioneers still with it. And they'll find Marquis. Trying to make a little bit of move, trying to find Olsen that just checked in. Taken away at 3.5 now remaining. Vikings have it. Suarez with it at midfield. Waits for some guys to come up, and now Kiv plays a little bit of give and go. Another give and go over there, but that gets taken away. Pioneers will have it at midfield. Olsen trying to get to it. Heave, nice job defensively to come up and take that one away.
Crowd getting into it now, too. Here's Serena Owens back to the middle.
And now Hussman has it at midfield. They'll just try to play it back, but so many forwards up by the Pioneers, it makes it difficult to do that. And the Pioneers have it, but that kid's going to get taken away there by Hussman. She got to take Heath's spot on that back line as he was up on the offensive side for a second.
Long 3 minutes if you're trying to get through this thing.
As Olsen will go off to Schmidt on this near sideline. Trying to find a little bit of space. She's double teamed there, knocks it down the line even more, and she'll have room. She'll try to cross it in towards the middle. Pioneers have it there. Now Marquis with it, sends it low and sends it wide.
Wow. A lot of blue jerseys down there. And fortunate that one was low and wide left, 216.
It looked like Sanchez had a beat on it either way because she went diving at that post and saw it go wide. Now about 2 minutes remaining, still 1-0 on that Heave first half goal. That goes all the way towards midfield. Pioneers knock this one back in. Sanchez tried to give chase. She'll let it go off. And now in that corner, Pioneers will have it. Nice job there by the Vikings to knock that one away. As that might have been Plowman. Deep in that corner, knocks it out. Will be a throw-in deep in the Viking end, and Schmidt will do that one. 1.5 minutes remaining now. Flipped in towards the box. Vikings will knock that one away. Suarez, the only one up. Tries to give chase, and now she'll be able to clear it well out.
Good job.
And that's just going to be wasting time as there's no Viking around. So Pioneers will take possession of this one. As they have it on that near sideline in at about midfield. Trying to play around. Vikings, nice job defensively.
Take your time.
Knocks that one out of play. Viking throwing at midfield. Minute remaining now.
Take your time.
They'll throw this one in. And that goes up in the air. Pioneers will take that one away, but Garcia now has it for the Vikings. She goes down once again. And it will be a Viking free kick.
Take your time.
Where's the card at? Debit or credit?
Vikings take this free kick, about 30 seconds remaining now. That's flipped in towards the box. Otto comes well off her line, takes that one away. And she'll have to hurry this one out, punt it away. Going down towards midfield. Clamors heads it back in. And now they'll have it. Suarez the only one up, trying to waste time, and gets taken away there by the Pioneers, but 10 seconds remaining now.
Kick it out. Get it out.
As the Vikings trying to close this one out, they send it out of play. And the Vikings will get a shutout here as Sanchez shuts out the Pioneers on Kelsey Heap's first half goal. A 1-0 win for the Vikings improves their record to 10-3-3 overall. 3-1-1 in conference.
That was huge. You're right, 3-1-1 in conference now, and that sets Mid-American Nazarene at 2-1-2 in conference. So Valley moves up there, and they have Baker coming in here next week. Baker going into tonight's play. Baker was hosting Avila. Avila 3-1, Baker 1-1-2. So big win for Drew Hawkins and his team. We might try to get Drew up here for a little bit during the men's game to talk about his team. We'll see if we can't do that. But we're going to take a break. As about 15 minutes, we'll be back on live stream with the men's game. Hope you enjoyed our first of the doubleheader as Missouri Valley wins it on that first half goal by Heap. Final score, 1-0. Back in 15 minutes with game number 2 on livestream.com from Greg Mitchell Field in Marshall.